Alright guys, now let's have a look at question 6. It was a hyperbola and exponential function. Please guys, excuse the voice. I've been having a little bit of flu, but that doesn't mean that we need to stop doing mathematics. Right, so let's have a look at 6.1. 6.1 says write down the equation of the asymptote of k. The equation of asymptote of k, we know that is going to be this number and this one, so we need to write them. If they say equation, guys, if you just come here and say 3 and you say minus 3 and 1, is completely wrong, guys. They want you to write the equation. So this is what you do. You're going to say y asymptote is equals to 1, and then the x asymptote, which is the vertical asymptote, is equals to negative 3. Okay, now this will give you the marks, right? 6.2 says determine the x and y intercept of k, which is that one. Okay, 6.2 rather, we're going to have k f of x is equals to negative 4 all over x plus 3 plus 1. Okay, so we're looking for x intercept. X intercept, we get it when y is equals to 0. So therefore here will be equals to 0. It's equals to negative 4 all over x plus 3 minus 1. Take minus 1 to the other side. You're going to have negative 1 here minus 4x plus 3. Therefore we can cross multiply. This is as good as over 1. Therefore if I do cross multiply here, I'm going to have negative in brackets x plus 3, and therefore negative 4 this side. Therefore multiply throughout with a negative. You're gonna have negative x negative 3 is equals to negative 4. Therefore take negative 3 that side. You're gonna have negative is equals to negative 4 plus 3, which is give us negative x is equals to negative 1. Divide by negative 1 throughout. Therefore our x-intercept is going to be equals to 1. Right, so that will be our x-intercept right there. Therefore let's go to y-intercept. Y-intercept, we come into y-intercept, we get it when x is equals to 0. Okay, so it's going to be y is equals to negative 4. Where there's x we put a 0 plus 3 plus 1. Okay, so what you can do here, what are we left with? We're left with y is equals to negative 4 over 3 plus 1. Then guys, you can put this directly into your Casio calculator. Therefore you should get y is equals to let me see what I'm getting. I'm getting negative 1 over 3. Right, so we got the intercept, and that's how you would deal with them. If you're confused, please let me know on the comment section below. All right, so now let's go. 6.3 says write down the equation of the asymptote of h, which is for this exponent right here. We only have one line of asymptote, which is this number right here, so is equals to y is equals to negative 4. That's the line of asymptote. Now we have got 6.4. 6.4 says here sketch the graph of k and h on the same axis. Clearly indicate all intercept with the axis as well as the line of asymptotes. So the only thing we're left with here, we need to find the x-intercept of this one. Okay, the x-intercept of the exponential graph, we need to find it. The x and y intercept rather of the exponential graph, we must find it. All right, so before we continue to drawing, let's find the x and y intercept of this graph. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put a line here, guys. So f of x is equals to, this is 6.4 before we can start drawing, because they said we must show all the intercepts. Okay, so we're gonna have 2 minus x minus 4. So this one, when x is equals to 0, what are we getting? We're getting the y-intercept. Y is equals to 2 to the power of minus 0 minus 4. So y is equals to, anything to the power of 0 is equals to 1. So therefore you're going to have 1 minus 3, which gives us negative 3. Now this is our x-intercept. Okay, this is our y-intercept rather. So now let's come here, look for the y-intercept. Y-intercept, we get it when x-intercept, we get it when y is equals to 0. I'm confusing the two now. 0 is equals to x, 2x minus 4. Take 4 to the other side. You're going to have 4 is equal to 2 to the negative x. So 4, we can change 4 to become 2 to the power of 2, and then you're going to have 2 to the power of negative x. Now the bases are the same. If the bases are the same, therefore the exponents are equal. Therefore you are going to have x is equals to negative 2. I just divided by the negative here, guys. Don't let this confuse you. So this will be our x-inter. Right, so I think now we're ready to draw the function. Let's come here and do this. Okay, so in terms of the function, we're gonna have a line, x-axis, y and x-axis. This is our x, this is our y. Okay, let's see, our numbers go as far as how much? 4 and 2, so you're just gonna say 1 there, 2, 3, and then 4. Then you're gonna have 1 here, 2, 3, then 4. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and then negative 4. Excuse me, and then negative 5. Okay. Right, and then what do we have here? Okay, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, therefore negative 4. So I'm gonna start with a hyperbola, because I was using red there. I'm gonna use red to draw it here as well. So now with the hyperbola, now let's have a look at this one. Our x-intercept on the hyperbola, it gives us 1. So our coordinates is going to be 1 is to 0. So 1 is to 0 on the x-axis. There you go. And then the y-intercept, it's a negative 1 over 3. Negative 1 over 3, which is somewhere there. Okay. So the lines of asymptotes, it's y is equals to 1. Y is equals to 1. I'm going to draw it. There it is. Lines of asymptote. And then what else? And then x is equals to negative 3. There you go. X is equals to negative 3. So here is our here's our hyperbola right here. It's gonna go like that, then it's gonna go like that. But remember, hyperbola always shows on the other, there you go, as well. So but it's not gonna touch the lines of asymptotes. Okay, and that's our k. This is our k function. So let's go ahead and continue with the blue color. Then we draw the exponent. Exponent, line of asymptote for the exponent, it's y is equals to minus 4. Yes, it's this one here. This is the line of asymptotes. Okay, so what is our x-intercept? X-intercept is -2 and 1. Excuse me. Then our y-intercept is y -3. There you go. This is our y-intercept. So now our function is looking like this. Let me just see here. I want to make sure that we draw this properly. Oh, okay, here we go. Our function now is looking like this. From one intercept to the other one, then it curves like that, then it goes all the way up like that. So this is our function for h of x. This was k of x, and our graph is looking like that, guys. Then you're gonna get your full marks, 4 marks. Now let's move on to 6.5. 6.5 says here, if p of x is given by 3 times h of x, write down the equation of asymptotes of p. So now let's see what is the equation for h of x. Let's go backwards. Let's see, just to confirm. The equation for h of x is 2 to the power negative x minus 4. Right? So now therefore is 2 to the power negative x. Okay, here let me just explain, guys. Here, what does this mean? This means that in the space of this, you put the equation of the exponent that you were given earlier. So you must take that equation, substitute here, which is exactly what I did here. 3 times h of x, which is the equation that we were given earlier. Okay, so we just substituted that here. Okay, so now let's solve and see what's going to happen. 3 times 2 to the power negative x minus 3 times 4 is going to give us 12. So now therefore our new equation of line of asymptotes is going to be given by y is equals to minus 12. I'm writing minus 4 because initially it was minus 4, so it's going to be minus 12. Oh, here is supposed to be 6.5. Sorry, guys. Right, so this is our new equation here by multiplying. If we multiply the equation by 3, so 6.6 says write down the equation of q, the reflection of h in the y-axis. Guys, you will remember reflections, you did them in grade 10, I think so. Yes, so this is just the reflection. So if we were to reflect this graph along the y-axis, if we were to, let's go back and look at the graph. Yeah, there's the graph there. So basically what I'm doing, I'm just taking this graph, flipping it from this point, then it's gonna go up here and it's gonna go like that. That's the only thing you are doing here. So now what is going to be the new equation? The new equation will just, if you reflect, sorry guys, oh god, okay, now we're having a little bit of challenge. Okay, here we go. So if you were to reflect, remember the initial equation was like this: 2 to the negative minus 4. So if you reflect along the y, our new equation is gonna be like this, because y is gonna be above the ocean, so it's gonna be like this. There's something that I teach, but normally in grade 12, if you've got a function like that, okay, is sitting up here, this is called above the ocean, so all the x values here are positive. You understand? So if you reflect it below here, you expect wherever there's x, it needs to be negative. So this one, our graph was here initially, so we took it up here, so hence everything now becomes positive. Okay, yes, so now you just reflected it the other way around. Okay, 6.7, it says what is the values of x for which h of x minus q of x is equals to 0. So now here on this one, okay, here on this one is the two functions minus each other here, okay. So either you can just come here and say use the two equations and minus them together, or you can just look at it and say, for me, I already know that it's equals to 0 here. However, if you are confused by that, what you can do, you can work it out like this. F of h minus that is equals to 0. But it's for 1 mark, guys, so you need to be quick. 2 power x minus 4 minus in bracket 2 negative x, no, positive here, minus 4 is equals to 0. So when you solve for x here, guys, you can already see that these things are gonna minus each other, because you're gonna have this and that one cancelling out. Then you're gonna have 2 to the power of x. You need to be quick here. It's only 1 mark, guys. So as you can see, the bases are the same, so therefore the exponent will be equal, which is x. Negative x is equals to x. So basically here you can't solve for x, so therefore x needs to be 0, because if I were to put 0 here, x will be equal to 0 again on the other side, right? And that's how you would deal excuse me. So this is how you would deal with a question like this one, guys. Please let me know what you think, or if you're confused with 6.1, let me know. I'll do a specific video specifically explaining how to deal with which values of x when you're dealing with the fractions. I am Gaston Mapala. Let me see you on the next one, where we'll be doing paper